Guten Tag, everybody. Welcome to Midnight Chillers, a show that's usually on at midnight. It's named Midnight Chillers, but tonight is special. Decided to have a 7 p.m. Friday night special showing because I did it before and I played a little bit of a movie I really love called NightmareCastle. My name is Edgar Von Groove. Welcome to my show in my house where I play crazy movies every week at midnight. Oh, we have fun here. It's in the haunted house. So tonight's movie is going to be special. It's called Nightmare Castle. I have no idea what it's about. I've tried to watch it several times and I've been just completely confused. I'm sure maybe you can understand it if you're watching and you enjoy these kind of movies. It stars the immortal Barbara Steele, who was a big Italian horror movie star. Been in like tons of movies, so you can enjoy seeing her. The movie, I don't understand. It's something about a husband kills the wife, and then there's another murder. There's always somebody jealous. There's always somebody like having an affair or something. It's like it's like that show Dark Shadows. Remember that one, Steven? You remember Dark Shadows? That was a great show. This episode of Dark Shadows I love because they filmed it live, like I'm doing here, live TV, and a fire broke out. And they kept going, filming, because they were live, and in the middle of the scene, you can hear fire extinguishers going off. And they just kept going. Because that's what you do with live TV. You keep going, no matter what. You're live. Like, I'm live right now. I'm wild. I'm like, yeah. I'm ready to go. Are we ready to go, Steven?
No, we gotta do a little more stuff.
Okay. So, anyway, so NightmareCastle is an Italian horror film. Italians really made the best kind of horror films back in the 60s and 70s. There was stuff like demons and opera and zombie flesh eaters. There's a lot of great Italian horror. They were the masters of the weirdness. Like Twitch of the Death Nerve is a good one you might enjoy. I love that one. That was the one that kind of inspired like the slasher movies of later. You see a lot of like scenes from Twitch of the Death Nerve that were ripped off of Friday the 13th Part 2. Like there were several kills in Twitch of the Death Nerve that you actually see, but they just ripped it off. And they just said this is the exact same thing, but who cares? Because back then no one really cared about stuff like that. They never paid attention, so anything goes. The Old West, the horror was in the 70s and 80s whenever anybody could make a movie. Unlike today, well, actually today is a new age of it where people are actually making horror films with their telephones. It's amazing. This is a new generation, and a new generation of great horror directors are out there, so...
You can make crappy films everywhere now.
You make a movie anywhere now. Hey, I'm doing this! Anyway, Steven's giving me the thumbs up. We're ready to roll. So this is Nightmare Castle. Enjoy. This is in VHS or 35mm straight to DVD. So there's a lot of clicks and scratches and all these crazy things. Okay, my wife pointed out something that I was not aware of. Is that Barbara Steele plays both roles. It went over my head. I didn't realize it. That's so stupid. Watching, I was like, oh my god, this is Barbara Steele playing both roles. Because like he kills his wife and marries her little sister, and just to get the money. It's like one of those Tales from the Crypt or like Dark Shadows type stories, where like the rich family and like there's like the episode of Twilight Zone that was like that. It was about the masks that the people wore, and they had to keep the masks on until midnight. Or otherwise they wouldn't get any money from the inheritance from the rich grandpa. That's what this reminds me of, is a lot of that. But that happened a lot back in the Victorian era. Lots of people playing games with wills and inheritance and all this, messing around with money and all this stuff. So they would marry their cousins and all this craziness. So that's what it reminds me of. It's like, it's a little slow, but it's interesting. Because he's got that creepy gothic vibe to it. you know, and you got the guy who looks like Dr. Smith from Lost in Space. Running around beating people with canes and capturing snakes and doing experiments, trying to find the thing that mankind has been searching for its entire existence. Turn lead into gold? I don't know. Paper into gold? I don't know. They just do that. Oh, what you doing there, Steven?
Letting people see what they're missing.
Oh, we're missing something cool. It's a dialogue scene. Yeah, there's some talking going on here. That's cool. Oh, we're probably missing big plot points anyways. It's been a long time since I watched it, so it's like I'm enjoying just sitting here. It's like watching it for the first time. I'm enjoying this. Like I say, it kind of gives me that weird feeling that I used to get when I was a teenager and I watched Dark Shadows on the Sci-Fi Channel back in the early 90s. It was like, I love that stuff. I love the old Twilight Zone. I love black and white films. It's fun. So this is live here on Santa Maria right now. So what I'm gonna say is, look out for what is it? Phantom events soon. They're gonna be playing the old Twilight Zone episodes at the theater. There's gonna be a bunch of episodes of that going up soon. That's pretty cool. They'll be looking into going to see that here in Santa Maria. So that's the cool stuff going on here in town. Ready for Halloween? When those back in the late 40s. That movie was smuggled out of Italy after World War II in a soldier's duffel bag, and it was taken and it was shown here in the United States, and it was banned for being too violent. And that was started the whole movement. It's like this whole thing of, this is not safe for people, this is too violent, this is going to offend people. And then everybody wanted to get anyway. I mean, it happened all over America back in the 50s. No, it's like you say this is not acceptable, you can't show this. People want to see it even more. You know? That's the thing I notice about violence and sex in movies is like the more you show, the more people get offended, the more other people go to watch it to see why you were so offended.
To remember. But when everything is coming
people are going to watch it anyway. It's not going to change anything. I don't think watching a horror film is going to turn you into a serial killer. I doubt that. But I always find that funny. It's like when they tell you don't do this, all you keep thinking about is, I got to do this. I got to watch this movie. Like, I grew up in the 80s. And back then, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Friday the 13th, The Blob, The Fly, all these really gory horror films. I wasn't allowed to watch them, so I would sneak in and watch them because you want that forbidden fruit, which is basically the point I'm trying to make. So don't get offended by violence because it's not gonna change it. I don't know where I'm going with this. I went off the rails, and everybody's laughing at me. I'm crazy, but anyway. I was saying, don't get offended by violence because it's art, it's fiction, it's fake, it's for fun. So if this offends you, I'm sorry, but that's art. Art is supposed to provoke you. It's supposed to make you go, oh, what is that? I think I'm going off the trails again. Steven's laughing. So I'm gonna take you back to Nightmare. Wow, intrigue, spookiness. I don't know what's going on. I've been intrigued by this movie. I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I haven't watched the movie, like, sometimes I play it, sometimes I put it on as like background music, noise whenever I'm like working on a project or writing or doing. But it's kind of cool to sit down and watch it. It's like, wow, this is really cool. It's like, is Muriel still alive? Is Jimmy really crazy? Is Steven going to get his comeuppance? Is anything going to happen to him? You don't know. You're going to find out at the end. But it's kind of cool just to sit down and enjoy this movie and like, get into it. Yeah, if you just enjoy it, it's fun. It's fun to get into these movies. It's fun to be a horror host. This is a fun business to get into. So you don't get paid for it. We don't do this to get rich and famous. We do this because we love horror films.
I realize that what happened to Jonathan was
You know,
a painful shock to you, but you mustn't be disheartened.
I know a lot of people do this as a hobby. It's like a
Stephen,
side
I
thing they do. They
can't
do other stuff. They have a 9-to-5 job, but they come and do this,
want to stay here
and it's
anymore.
fun because it's like keeping the tradition alive. The
I'm leaving
tradition
tomorrow
of
with
like
Terry for whatever he
the
chooses to
Saturday
do.
night, Friday night
Anything will be
horror
better than
movie,
this hell.
monster experience with the
Terry.
creepy guy hosting it.
I thought
Ooh, fun, huh?
he's bewitched you with his stories.
I know I'm going on rants again.
What
I
do
go
you
on rants
say?
a lot.
Why are you talking
My
like
mind
that?
goes all over the place. I'm like,
You have so
ah!
much faith in him now.
But this is
Now-
cool because I think. Well, I guess that's the end. So everybody got what was coming to them. They gotta realize that like some modern filmmakers ones from the 80s and 70s and 80s kind of borrow from this and other films from that era. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Creepshow with George Romero and Tom Savini. The whole thing about the corpses coming back to life and getting revenge. It's very Night of the Living Dead, very Romero-esque. So I think maybe he might have been inspired by this. You think so? I don't know. But see, everybody borrows from something else. This is the most fascinating thing about filming. And then people complain, there's nothing original anymore. Why is everything just a remake? Well, everything's been done already. Sorry to say, everything's been done already. Every kind of story's been told. The thing is to take what's already been done and put a new twist on it. That's the fun part. So I understand when they're remaking The Fly or The Blob. See, the remake of The Fly from the 80s, David Cronenberg's film, that one was a beautiful remake because it took the original idea and it modernized it and made it something poignant to the world around them because AIDS was a big deal back in the 80s. And there's a metaphor about AIDS and the decay and the rebirth. And this kind of monster. That was really like the metaphor they were going for with it was cancer and AIDS and things like that. And the Blob, that was like the original Blob. There was an alien creature from a meteorite, and in the remake, it was a government experiment gone wrong, and it was a piece of like military. It was a militarized creature that was running amok in a small town, eating everything in sight. So there's a lot of that back in the 80s. So like if you go see the 50s movies, they're remade in the 80s, and then nowadays all the stuff from the 80s is being remade. So it's like a cycle. It goes around in a circle. It's like this infinite loop of like. So, but I do have a problem that my problem is like I think that there is a lot of cool original stuff out there. It just a lot of people don't know it exists because they don't really look for it. But there's a lot of cool stuff out there. I'm really into the Conjuring series. I like them, and like I enjoyed the remake of The Omen from like 2006. That one was great. That was a good remake because it took the original movie and it modernized it, put a spin on it, made it better. And not all of them are good. Some of them are just like done and just as a way to make a quick buck out for the name. But I think this one could be remade and be interesting. I'm going over the tangent again, I'm sorry. But the point that I'm trying to make is like, I think this movie kind of inspired a lot of the stuff from the modern era, around the 80s, zombie horror, Tales from the Crypt, Creepshow kind of stuff. And it kind of inspired that. And I could tell that they were trying really hard back then to make something gothic and creepy and scary. Because it had the elements of like Vampira and like, you know, that weird, sleek, vampire black look to it. It was really fascinating to me. I really enjoyed watching that with Barbara Steele. She was great at that. So, where was I going? I'm live. I'm a little nervous. I'll be back soon. I'm alive! Steven, thank you. Let's see. I know I'm going off on a tangent again. I'm sorry. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, this is my first time actually sitting down and watching this movie and really paying attention, because it's just fascinating. It's like, wow, this is EC Comics. This is Dark Shadows. This is all that stuff, and it's really cool. I dig it. We got a minute left, so we're gonna roll out of here. This is the end credits. This is Radio Walsh's Midnight Chillers, hosted by me, Edgar Von Ghoul. And we'll be back soon with a brand new episode. So don't worry, we'll be back soon. This is his time's up. I'm taking it tonight just to play my movie. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, shoot an email. Check us out. Auf Wiedersehen.